What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, coming at you live from Germany. And we've got your money in the bank copious predictions. Oh, wait, I forgot. The greatest money in the bank in history copious prediction show. That's right. We're going to get into who wins, who loses. Will there be huge returns? Will there be surprises? What are they going to do at this pay-per-view to make it live up to what they've hyped it to be? Whenever you go out on a limb and you say it's going to be the greatest, it's going to be the greatest, and you say it every single time, you got to deliver. And I feel like after two pay-per-views that I think were surprisingly good for a lot of people, the two that followed up WrestleMania, were surprisingly good for a lot of folks. I don't think everybody was really looking forward to those two. They delivered. Now, we've had a lot of Raws, not really SmackDowns, but Raws that have not delivered. There's been that same old problem where it just feels like the foot has been taken off the gas pedal. You know what I mean? And I think people are looking for a full throttle situation. And with all the hype that they are attempting to put into this situation at Money in the Bank, it does seem like they're at least going to try to go in that direction. Now, they have made some strides to do that with the big John Cena AJ Styles match. That is a huge matchup any way you slice it. But then you have a very weak, I think most people would agree, a very weak Money in the Bank ladder match. And considering the pay-per-view is called Money in the Bank, it's kind of important that that match delivers. We'll see. But all of that will come in a few moments. I want to first start off the show with not only saying what's up to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for joining me live right here. Joseph Blunt, Chris Payne, Carl Gibney, Terry Snow Queen, and everybody else. I also want to say thank you guys because we are officially at 2,500 subscribers on YouTube. We've continued to grow. We've had some plateaus. We've had some times where we don't go as fast as we might want to. But, you know, we have had steady, continuous growth. We have not been on YouTube. And I say we because this is all of our channel. This isn't just me. This doesn't go without you guys. It would just be me talking to myself, which I do most of the time anyway. So, you know, I appreciate that you guys don't have me do that most of the time. So you guys are awesome. Been almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in September, as a matter of fact. And 2,500 subs. Some people might say, big fucking whip to do. I got to be honest, man. I didn't think I'd ever make it to 2,500. I just didn't. I remember I made a big deal out of 500 subs. I did a big giveaway, you know, and I never thought it was going to happen. I really didn't. So, you know, I from the bottom of my heart, I didn't think I was going to get a little emotional about this, but I am. 2,500, it's a big deal to me, you know. 2,500 people clicked on my name. That's fucking incredible. So, thank you guys. We're only just begun. We've only just begun to live. We're gonna take over the internet. That's right, we're gonna take it over. We're gonna continue on going right up the ass of YouTube. They have no idea that we're coming up that ass, but we are. We're like a colonoscopy. That's right. We are the colonoscopy of YouTube. We're coming right up that ass. Yes. And I'm pretty damn excited about it. Pretty damn excited about it. I got a lot of really cool things going on right now, and the channel's continuing to evolve. So thank you guys for hanging out through all of that. So baseball has been very, very good to me. All right, now I'm going to go cheat in baseball. There we go. All righty. So real quick, we're going to talk about Jerry the King Lawler a little bit later on, I'm sure, because I do want to talk about who might be commentating the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I do believe Corey Graves. It would be a waste not to put him in there. I really think they should go ahead and pull the trigger and see what they got with the kid, but we'll see what they decide to do there. But crazy thing with this whole Jerry Lawler situation, man, he has been suspended. I cut that video without knowing that he was suspended. So I really cut it really soon. And I got to give a huge, huge thank you to Patrick Glenn. I had no idea that it happened. It wasn't on any of the sites. Somehow Patty Glenn saw it. I don't know if he just like watches fucking Memphis news channels. I have no idea. But he saw it and he brought it to my attention. And I really did get the jump on most people. I was up before any of the major dirt sheets. So big thank you. Big thank you, Patty, for that. Just supporting the channel. It's the little things. And so thank you. Thank you very much. Very, very cool stuff. And the video is almost at 500 hits. So it did well today. So thank you. All right, all that out of the way, we'll talk a little bit more about the Kingfish later. Let's get into the predictions, man. We're going to take your calls, your questions, and all of that good stuff as well, and get who you think is going to win. But that's a little later. Let's start with the matches that I don't give a shit about. See, this pay-per-view is interesting because there are some matches that I'm juiced for, and then there are a few that I'm just like, I'm kind of like hoping that is going to be somewhat good, but we'll see. Let's start with this fucking abortion of a match. This train wreck, this impending doomsday of a match. We're getting a tag team match. Look at the constipated look on fucking Dana Brooke's face. You guys see this? She looks constipated. Oh my God. That's quite a look. Anyway, Dana Brooke teaming with Charlotte versus Natalya with her gravity-defying boobs in that picture, and the last kicker, Becky Lynch. I don't care about this match. I couldn't begin to care about this match. I can't even try to start and, get half a chub over this match. Who gives a flying fornication? I just don't get it. I just don't get with all the things that all the emphasis they put at WrestleMania, putting Becky, Sasha, and Charlotte in that match, changing over to the women's division, all these things only to drop a big fucking wet dump on all of our faces in the ensuing months. Look, I think the Natalya idea was perfectly fine had they executed it better. But they didn't. They decided to just kind of sit on it. They don't give Natalya a victory, which I really think they missed the boat on that. I think it would have helped develop Charlotte's character. And the funny thing is, Charlotte was going strong for so long that it didn't seem like she really needed an extra little rub with maybe a loss to Natalya. But now seeing what's happened with this character and seeing her just absolutely fall off a cliff, be completely stagnant, how important would have been that loss to Natalya to help develop her character and switch it up a little bit and actually have a legitimate reason of getting rid of her father. Holy shit. This has turned into an abortion pile of a situation. Oh my God, just awful. And I don't care about this match. I don't want to watch this match. It should be on the pre-show, but it's not. And that pisses me off that they're not on the pre-show, and yet Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin are. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go with Becky and Natalya because this is just Charlotte and Dana going to break up. That's what I'm going with. And a big steaming pile of I don't care. Who do you guys think is going to win this match? If any of you even fucking care. I'm going to give you about 25 seconds because I can't tap dance this out because I hate this match. I hate it. I fucking hate it. If this match was a person, I'd punch it right in the face. I punch this match right in the suck hole. I mean, absolutely just come at it with ones and twos. You'd think I'm Muhammad Ali on this motherfucker. Fuck this match. Oh my God. Big shout out to Enrique Vieira, who's up in here. Miguel Gomez, say hi to me. Hola, Miguel. Was that racist? Probably not. I think I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm from Nevada. Little Chicago originally, but I lived most of my life in Vegas. I don't know why that constitutes me as Mexican. Now, that might have been racist. Now that I think that. There's a lot of Mexicans in Nevada, so what? Hola. There you go. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. All right, who gives a shit? Carl Gidney says Natalya and Becky. Patrick Lynn says Becky turns on Natalya? Ooh. I don't know, man. I don't want to see Becky as a bad gal. I don't want to see that. Oh, Chris Payne says Sheamus and Cruz is on the pre-show as well. Are you serious? Those two matches are on the pre-show, but this fucking abortion pile isn't? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, let's move on from this shit. It's terrible. I love AJ777 says Becky and Natty will win, but who gives shut? I agree. Carl Gibney says it is a toilet break. Yes. Charlotte and Dana lose, breakup after this leads to Becky and Charlotte at Battleground, more than likely. All righty. Let's get into it. Let's take a quick call. Just mainly because I like people who sometimes buck the trend. Let's go ahead and 908, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hi, is this Dead on Dave?
Yes, it is.
Hi, I want to talk about Money in the Bank. What are your thoughts on this pay-per-view?
Well, that's what I'm going over right now. I'm going over match by match. So the match that I'm on is this abortion pile of a women's tag team match. So let me ask you, I already gave my prediction on this match. What's your prediction on that match?
I just think the match doesn't need to happen. I'd rather see the women's title be defended than seeing the tag match between them.
Agreed. They've done so much work in trying to rehab that division. Why absolutely have it be non-existent with a match that nobody cares about? Agreed.
Exactly. It's like a pile of shit in there.
It is. It's a big fucking just dumpster fire. We're just going to throw it all and watch it burn. You got anything else for me, 908? Or I'm going to get back to the predictions here.
Thank you, Dead on Dave. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, no problem, man. You have yourself a good night, buddy. Thanks for calling in. Oh, well, gotta speak fast. Gotta speak fast, 908. I really thought I was about to get fucking trolled there. Let's see here. Let's move on a little bit to the next match, because who cares about this one? Let's talk about Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. Now, look, I can't tell you why these two are still fighting each other. I can't tell you why it's still happening. I have no idea. This feud should have been over a while ago. It absolutely should have been done. Over, finito, but it's not. Instead, they're trading dick punches and kicks, and they're doing all kinds of weird things to each other. You can't out-wrestle me technically. I don't give a shit, says Baron Corbin. Dolph Ziggler being a turd bucket on fucking commentary. Who cares? Nobody cares about Dolph Ziggler at this point. He is absolutely losing all of his steam that he might have had, which wasn't much, to be completely honest. Didn't have much left. But unfortunately, what it's really doing is Dolph Ziggler is acting like a black hole for Baron Corbin's charisma. All the juice that Baron Corbin had after WrestleMania, Dolph is just sucking it away. Baron should have moved on. He should have been already halfway through. Intercontinental Championship. Baron Corbin could be the Intercontinental Champion right now, taking it off of The Miz. Everybody went to the Money in the Bank ladder match except for The Miz. The Miz went to go film a movie, and yet Baron Corbin could have, on the last night that Miz was there, come out there and just for no reason squash him, because that's what Baron Corbin does, and carry around the Intercontinental Championship. At least it'd be on fucking TV, and it would be on a guy that mattered. But no, we get Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin at the pay-per-view on the pre-show. That's what we get. Joseph Blunt, Dolph ain't exactly a technical master himself. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he kind of is. He's known for his amateur wrestling background. Great. I have to differ with you there. The dude can't actually wrestle. He's a legit wrestler, man. He is. While he's kind of a weird, high fly performer type guy, he can technically wrestle. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. So look, this has got to be it, though, right? this has got to be the end. They can't continue this feud any longer, right? Right? Baron Corbin needs to end this and move the F on. Hopefully that'll be the case. I'm going with Baron Corbin. What do you guys think? Who you like? Who you got? Go ahead and put that in the chat. And let me know what you guys think. I Love AJ says, I think Dolph Ziggler going, but over Baron Corbin. Okie doke. Meyer Hutchinson says, there needs to be some kind of payoff to this match. Feud has been going on way too long with no payoff. I agree. Chris Payne, Ziggy Wiggle gets the win. 50-50 booking. Expect to see this on the Battleground pre-show. Now, if they stretch this out one more time, then I'm officially just closing the book on Baron Corbin. So I hope that he's done. I hope that it's not happening. I hope that this is going to end with a Corbin victory. Carl Gibney, Corbin will hopefully end this shit. I agree. Joseph Blunt, Corbin wins, but only fans lose from this tedious feud. Nice use of the word tedious, but the Brits always use tedious. They use that word a lot, so that's not impressive to me. I don't know why I said that, but I did. All right, let's move on to apparently another pre-show match, which I didn't know. I thought this was actually on the card. Apollo Crews against Sheamus. Look, Apollo Crews has got a chance. Even on the pre-show, Apollo Crews has a chance to make an impact, to make a statement. He hasn't done shit. He hasn't done shit since he has come up. I mean, he had a nice moment when he first debuted. Other than that, he has just come in and laid a fucking egg. An absolute goose egg. A nothing burger. He is this close to being a bust. And a bad performance, not necessarily a loss, but a bad performance. He is one bad performance away. Especially against a guy like Sheamus, who can make you look really bad. I mean, if you look bad on your own, Sheamus, when he wants to, he can sandbag you and make you look really bad. And if that happens, he is one bad performance away from being a full-on bust. There may be no reclamation for Apollo Crews if he does not at least look good coming out of this match. He's got to show more than he has shown so far. Has to. It needs to happen. And hopefully that's going to be the case. I got Crews winning this match because there's Sheamus, I got a feeling, is going to be taking a vacation soon. I'm not sure how long. I just got a feeling he's on his way out for a little while. He kind of needs to regroup. And I don't know. Sheamus needs something because it's just, who isn't tired of seeing Sheamus? And we shouldn't be tired of seeing Sheamus. But there's just, no matter if he's a face or a heel, if he's got spiky hair or beaker hair, it doesn't seem to matter. Sheamus has this just soul-sucking effect on you. Just, you see him around and he walks around, fella this and fella that, and it's just, who gives a shit, Sheamus? Nobody cares. Just, I mean, stop with the smiling even when you're a bad guy. Look, he can be such an effective bad guy if he where's the guy who hit Triple H with a bass pipe? Where's that guy? On the night Shawn Michaels retired, where is that guy that hit Triple H with a fucking pipe in the back of the head? That's the guy that I want to see. I don't want to see this guy. A 5-minute 360. I don't want to see any of that. Sheamus 5:15. I don't give a crap. I want to see Sheamus as an absolute dynamo. That ain't happening in this match. This is all about Apollo Crews. It needs to be. And hopefully Apollo's going to have a great match. I got Apollo going over here. Taylor Smith says Crews will lose. Sleeping Angel says Crews wins. Joseph Blunt, Sheamus wins because he has a movie out. That's possible because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But they really haven't talked too much about it. They talked a little bit about it, but not a whole hell of a lot. Big shout out to some of the people who are coming in right now. Morph Guy, Isaac A, a whole bunch of people. Hey, how you guys doing? Thanks for joining us right here on the Dead on Dave Copious Prediction Show for Money in the Bank. Carl, give me Cruz to win, as I think WWE are trying to make him something after failing spectacularly since his main roster call-up. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Hopefully we'll see less smiling out of Apollo Crews and more ass kickery. Let's see less Apollo and more ooh-haw. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to see. More Nation, less Crews. Let's see what they decide to do. Hopefully it'll be good stuff. I Love AJ says, I think Sheamus going butt over the Yug Tilt Crews wins. And that's kind of fun reading his fucking illegible. Yeah, he can't read that shit. Matt Ernie, Dave, Sheamus' great downfall either started when he won King of the Ring or when he switched to the Mohawk. Yeah, basically. Chris Payne, I say Sheamus gets himself DQ'd, beats up Cruz after the match. I hope not, because I don't want to see this feud continue on. I want to see Cruz win definitively and move on. Look, I'm all for long-term booking. I'm all for series of matches that goes on. I'm all for that. But not all the time. And I think that they've been doing a lot of that lately, is having things go on for too long. And hopefully that they're not going to do this in this situation. Apollo needs to move, shoot, and communicate. Get a victory, move on to the next guy. And getting a victory over Sheamus is still a thing. So, hey, make sure you guys, as Terry's telling you right now, the moderator, she's telling you, and I'm going to tell you the same thing. Go ahead and hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you've yet to do so. We've eclipsed 2,500 subs. Thank you guys very much for that. If you weren't here for the beginning of the show, thank you again. 2,500 subs. I don't know what any of that means, but it means I love you. So I do know what it means. All right. I got Cruz going over Sheamus. I hope. And yet another series here where I'm just not giving a shit about another match on this card. Oh my God, the United States Championship will be defended by Rusev against Titus O'Neil. Oh God, I'm trying really hard to care. Half this card I don't care about. Half the card I don't care about. That's a lot. Enrique Vieira says, Dave, you're a beast. Yeah, I'm a beast. Yeah. Nicholas Boombaka says, hey, Dave, what's up, Nicholas Boombaka? I fucking love that name. Boombaka. I love it. I don't care about this match. But I'm going to go with Titus here. I mean, real simple. I'm going to go with Titus because it feels like this is a gift, you know? It seems like it's a gift. Here you go, Titus. Thanks for not playing the race card. Here's your United States Championship. And I'll tell you why I think that's the case. I just don't see Rusev Gotcha. I don't see it. I don't see him continuing on with this mediocrity train that he's going with right now. I'm not sure where he'd go if he loses. More than likely, he would continue on a little bit of a feud with Titus to help put Titus over as the United States Championship a little bit longer. But I just don't want to see Rusev. So this is just a pick of my heart. Tell it to your heart. You know what I'm saying? I am just right now completely just hoping that anybody but Rusev gets the victory. I'm hoping Titus wins. I don't see a lot more potential with Titus as champion, but at least it'd be something else. More than likely, Matt Ernie is correct. Says, Dave, I see Titus winning by DQ or count out. That's a very good possibility. This is the first match in their series. If they're going to continue it on, then yeah, I could see that totally being the case. I certainly fucking hope not, but it very well could be. Look, the way that they've done this feud with all the brawls and stuff, usually you want to have a definitive ending to a match. You know, when you have the brawls and the cheap shots and everything, it usually doesn't end in just a DQ. You kind of want to give a payoff here, and that might be the case. And I think this might have all just been to getting the belt on Titus. They didn't want Titus to take it off of Kalisto, so Kalisto drops to Rusev, Rusev drops to Titus. That makes sense to me, so I'm going with how does he do that? I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. Titus O'Neil, the real deal Titus O'Neil. That's who I'm going with. So there you go. let's move it on here. Finally, we're going to get some matches that I actually care about. Let's get into that fatal 4-way tag team title situation. This looks like it could be fun. This looks like it could be an absolutely really, really fun match. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be potentially the kickoff. I think it could kick the show off, which I have no problem with. I think it could be a lot of fun. And hopefully it's going to deliver. What's exciting about this match is it has possibilities of being a little bit unpredictable. Really, anybody here is not out of it. Even the Vaudevillains winning would not be a huge surprise. But I think most people are pretty much convinced that the New Day is going to drop the belts here, and more than likely to the club. And that achieves the most based off what's happening right now at AJ and, the club becoming a powerhouse. And hopefully at some point getting some more fucking members, because I want to see a stronger faction, with more people. That'd be nice. Look, this could easily be the New Day just retaining, but doesn't it feel like it's time? It feels like a change could be happening. They've held the belts for so long. Enzo and Cass are the dark horse because of their popularity. They're so damn popular that they could win this match. However, I really like the idea of Gallows and Anderson, who, even though that they are so entertaining, it doesn't really seem like they're getting a good foothold with the crowd. Yeah, it seems like people aren't really giving too much of a shit, and that sometimes is a little bit of a warning sign. It's worrisome. It really is. I don't think anyone's buying the badass that Gallows can look like he is. They have a decent look, but the bald-headed stuff didn't work for the Basham brothers. I mean, why would it work for anybody else? I mean, that's what it comes down to. We'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting situation, but I don't think that they necessarily need to have the New Day continue on as champs. It's time to maybe turn the page here, and then you could always get it back to them, which I think will happen. I don't think that the New Day is going anywhere outside of the tag team division for the moment, but I think you gotta change it up a little bit. And this might be the opportune time to do it because you protect them because it's a fatal 4-way. So you have them not take the fall. It works out quite a bit. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case. So we'll see what happens there. What do you guys think? Who do you see winning this match? I want to hear from you guys. Right? Got to type something out right after my prediction show. I'll let. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so I want to hear what you guys have to say. Vaudevillains getting pinned more than likely. That's the case. That's what Kjall says. And Dave, is it possible Gallows is still tainted by the memory of him being Festus? I don't think many people outside of, most of the people who were at the events, they really don't. They don't even know that it's Festus, nor do they care, I think. So, Joseph Blunt, club will win, drop the belts to Enzo and Cass at SummerSlam. That's a good possibility. I actually like that. I think it makes a lot of sense. Let's see what else here. Dave, I have no clue who will win, but I want to see the club win the titles. That's what Matt Ernie says. Enzo and Cass, how you doing? By Terry Snow Queen. She thinks that. Isaac A. I could see New Day retain because record, okay, maybe. I mean, the record thing, maybe. We'll see. Chris Payne, HBTW, the Lucha Dragons versus the Dudley Boys is happening, Dave. Oh, I'll shoot myself in the face. Oh, man. I will shoot myself in the face. I know you're kidding, but it still makes me sad. Golden Truth versus Breeze Dongo is happening now. Yeah, I know. I just want to kill myself. All right, so there you go. There is the tag team. As far as who am I definitively picking? I'm picking the club. I'm going with the club. If you're going to put a gun to my head, going with the club. CJM Stop Motion says, the New Day. Meyer Hutchinson says, Club takes the belts till Battleground just to gain them some momentum. New Day takes them back. Then New Day drops the title to Enzo and Cass at SummerSlam. Very, very possible. Very, very possible. I don't know what Carl was right about, but I don't care. So I'm going with Z Club, as we say in German. Z Club. All right, next up, let's go with the least impressive Money in the Bank ladder match maybe in history. What did they make official? What's going on? What did they make official? There's more matches happening at the pay-per-view now? Is that what's happening? I don't know what's going on. Breeze Dongo and stuff, is that actually I don't care. I'm not covering it. I'm not covering it. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not covering it. If there's more matches, I don't give a shit. Now, how about that? I haven't seen any update yet. Nope, don't see it. Don't care. Don't care. I hope there is more matches. I don't care. Maybe they'll switch it up. I have no idea. We'll see. Who cares? Anyway. The most underwhelming Money in the Bank ladder match of all time, I think. At least as far as personnel. And it kind of shouldn't be. Because you got Kevin Owens. You got a red hot Cesaro. You got Chris Jericho, baby. I invented this match. Do you understand the words that I'm saying to you right now? I know it's not the actual right one. But, it's okay. Sami Zayn, who's super, super, super hot right now. You got Dean Ambrose, who's riding a hot wave. And then, of course, the albatross that is Del Rio. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and eliminate 3 guys right off the bat. Who will not be winning this pay-per-view? Okay? This match, I should say. Not this pay-per-view. This match. Well, it is the pay-per-view. It's the Money in the Bank ladder match on the greatest Money in the Bank pay-per-view of all time, right? Jericho will not be winning. Cesaro will not be winning. And Alberto Del Rio will not be winning. Those 3 will not be winning. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So who's going to win? Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, or Dean Ambrose? Well, all 3 actually have a really good a good claim to it. Sammy has the dark horse. He's the least likely of the 3, but if they want to do something kind of interesting, Sammy holding that thing is an interesting way to go, but he's a face. And faces holding the Money in the Bank briefcase doesn't work out all that well, usually. So really it comes down to Ambrose and Owens. Now you could be saying, Dave, Ambrose is a face too. Yes, that's very true. But Ambrose is unpredictable. He's crazy. He's the lunatic fringe. So it doesn't necessarily mean anything that he's a face. He could easily win it and still be chaotic and crazy. And in fact, maybe win it and insert himself into the championship match that night. But I don't think it's happening. I think this has got to be the time that Kevin Owens actually does something. Now, look, I'm cool with either one of them winning. Kevin feels like he needs it at this point in some regard. Like, he's had a lot of success in the year that he's been there, and he has. But I kind of just feel like this is the moment that Kevin needs to really put his stamp and take that next step. Besides, how good would it be to have him walk around with that briefcase? Oh, imagine the things he'll say and do. Holy shit, it'd be great. But I'm not sure who I want to pick here. As much as I'm just saying I'm on the Kevin Owens train, Dean Ambrose is so tempting. Oh, yeah, epic sneeze. Whimsy sneeze. I had to suck up the boogies there. Uncut. Yeah, that's the thing. Ambrose seems like he's primed, man. I mean, and like both of them, Ambrose has been in this limbo state, like right on the cusp of the main event, a lot longer than Kevin Owens has been. So it feels like Ambrose kind of needs it too. So you have these 2 guys, gotta be one of them. Yeah, just flip a coin. All right. I'm going with Ambrose. I'm not going to go with, no, I'm going with Owens. No, I'm going with Owens. I'm going to go with Kevin Owens, man, because he's fat and he's got a beard just like me. No, I'm going to go with Ambrose. Jeez, I'm going with Ambrose. I'm going with Ambrose. I'm going with Ambrose. Nope. I'm going with Owens. Fuck. I don't know. I really don't. This is a hard one. This is the hardest thing to pick for the entire show for me because it is an underwhelming event. It's an underwhelming match. They burned us out with these 6 guys so much. I was really, really hoping that Bray Wyatt was going to make his return, and maybe he still will. But it feels like there's just not a lot of juiciness. We've seen these guys in every combination of matches and every combination of teams. We've seen them face each other in every single match possible. And most of them were in feuds with each other before this feud started, before this Money in the Bank event. So we've had these guys around each other for a long time. A damn long time. So it just kind of burned out. And look, Cesaro's also a dark horse. You can't underestimate the popularity that Cesaro has. So maybe Cesaro actually works his way back into the probability factor. But I doubt it. I think it really, at the end of the day, it does come down to Ambrose and Owens. And I think the question you have to ask yourself is, who can absorb the loss more? And I think it's Kevin Owens. So for that reason, because I think he can absorb the loss a little bit better than Ambrose, I'm going with El Mino Dino. I'm going with Dean Ambrose because I just can't think of where Ambrose would go after losing this match. Chris Payne says, it's Alberto Del Rio's destiny, perros, to win. No, I will shoot myself in the face. Oh my God, will I shoot myself in the face. All right. Apparently, Chris Payne says that Corbin and Cruz is getting a match on the main card. They've been bumped to the main card. Congratulations for them. That's good stuff. And we're done with this match. We are done with this match. Matt Ernie says, Dave, depending on who wins the ladder match could tell us how the main event goes. If Owens wins, Triple H could return tonight. If Ambrose wins, he can cash in that night. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. The match I'm most excited about, I think most people are most excited about, is AJ Styles and John Cena. It's been the best thing on WWE television outside of NXT stuff for the past 3 weeks. The best thing on Raw has been these 2 guys. It's been a short build, but it's been an effective build. They've done a great job of making this matter because they have such long histories just in and of themselves, in the way that, AJ Styles has carried, TNA, even though that's the one organization they don't talk about, but everywhere AJ Styles goes, he is that guy. And John Cena is John Cena. Whether you like him or not, John Cena he's going to go down in history, man. He is historic, whether you like the guy or not. This match should be the kickoff of something bigger. The club really should be busting out in this pay-per-view. If you have the club win the tag titles and AJ go over John Cena, the club comes out of this event as the big news story. And then maybe on Raw, the Wyatts return, and then we have a feud between the club and the Wyatts. That's a little bit predictable and a kind of a little bit paint by numbers. We've seen it before, a la Shield and the Wyatts, but it would work. It's worked plenty of times, and with Battleground coming up, it makes a little bit of sense in that regard, but who knows? Who really knows? One thing I am fairly confident on is the fact that this is not the end between John Cena and AJ Styles, which kind of puts the halt on the previous thought process. This can't be a one and done. I just don't feel like it can be a one and done. AJ's lost twice to Roman Reigns in a row. A win or loss doesn't matter. This has got to be a great match. I mean, that's what it's going to have to be. It's going to have to be a great performance that equally puts over both guys. I think it will be that. But, you know, you look at a loss potentially for AJ Styles and what it does. He has the club to fall back on. So I don't think necessarily that it can, because they can always go with the angle of AJ loses, the club wins, and then AJ's the weak link. Finn Balor comes back and comes on in. He takes over the club and they kick out AJ, and they could do that angle. They could and go back to AJ being a face. I would hate to see that happen because I love AJ as a heel so much, but that is an option. So I'm hoping that AJ gets that big victory over John Cena. But the problem with that is it's going to feel like the Kevin Owens situation. It's going to feel like the Kevin Owens situation because AJ is going to get that first victory. You know they're going to have a return match. And then what? John Cena is going to go over him at Battleground, and then we're going to have a third match at SummerSlam. What, does Cena go over again? I mean, that's the tough thing. That's the tough question to answer. But regardless of any of that, I don't care about the potential of a second or third match, or we're going to have a rubber match, or we're going to have 17 matches. Who gives a shit about all that? We're going to have to take this situation one match at a time, and I'm going to go with AJ Styles. I feel like this is a statement thing. This feels like it's going to be a big moment, and I am going with the phenomenal AJ Styles. It should be a great encounter. Not only, I don't see a disqualification maybe. No, I think it kind of needs to be a pinfall. But he's teasing there's no way Cena's tapping out to the calf crusher. There's no way that's happening. No way that's happening. But, oh man, AJ maybe hitting a Styles Clash on Cena. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know. This is the tough one. I'm going to go with AJ Styles, but I am not confident in this. I am not confident in this pick. Who do you guys think is going to win this match? I want to hear from you now. I'm going with AJ. What do you guys see? We got Carl Gibney, AJ to win. He also says John Cena will be Sister Abigail. Nice. Terry Snow Queen says Cena wins. Sleeping Angels. AJ will win this match. Enrique Vieira. Dave, you can't beat me. Okay. Great. Omar Marrero, AJ Styles, Enrique Vieira, AJ Styles. Chris Payne, AJ beats Cena, and they come out and say, WWE fans, you just got swerved, and they change the finish to have Cena win. Oh. Joseph Blunt, AJ wins here, and Cena wins the next two matches. God, I hope that's not the fucking case. TJ Wakeling, been with AJ since TNA. Good stuff. CJ Stop Motion, Cena, Terry Snow Queen, Cena, TJ Wakeling, TNA. Raymond Valady, the GOAT, John Cena. Matt Ernie, AJ wins this, then uses that to unbury the Wyatts. I don't know how he can use that, when he's going to magically wave a fucking shovel over their grave. I don't understand. TJ Wakeling, AJ wins. So, all right, there you go. Moving on to the main event. You got the current champion, the automatic boo machine, which is not necessarily a bad thing anymore since he's not doing overtly face things. Now that he's just kind of being the guy, he's not a good guy or a bad guy, he's the guy. Now that he's doing that, the boos don't matter as much. And the WWE have kind of used it against us. They're not fighting the boos. They're not trying to quell the boos. Now they're embracing the boos because at least it's a reaction. So it's something. Now the WWE universe is going to have to get smarter, and if they want Roman Reigns to go away, you're going to have to go quiet. You're going to have to sit on your hands and be quiet, because that's the only way of getting rid of Roman Reigns. But there's too many people who love the motherfucker. That's the problem. He will be defending his title against the man who never lost the title, Seth freaking Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins, who I absolutely love. If you have not watched that 24 with Seth Rollins, I highly recommend you watch it. It shows his entire journey of getting back to the ring. It really is good. You see a lot of insight And the one thing that it screams at you is this guy should not be a fucking heel. He's so likable. He's so likable. He has this natural charm and charisma. He's going to be a fantastic face whenever they decide to actually pull the trigger on him. I'm not sure of when they're going to pull that trigger to make him go face, because he has been an effective heel. But the weird stuff they've done during this feud with like Rollins playing head games and not saying anything, it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. With all the built-in backstory that they have between these two guys, it doesn't feel like this match really matters. And I think it's because most people feel it's a foregone conclusion that Roman Reigns will win or Seth Rollins will win, but in a fashion that doesn't get him the belt. Count out, disqualification, something like that. I think that's what's going to be, because if Seth loses, I cannot see that in his first match back, they're going to have him take a spear and just, because I feel if Roman Reigns beats Seth Rollins clean, no shenanigans, stupid 50 goddamn Superman fists up the ass, and then a fucking spear right to his dick, then it's a burial. We talk about it, that word gets thrown around so often, it's usually used completely wrong, but this would be a burial. This would be an absolute just setting fire to Seth Rollins in the most negative possible way, because there's no reason to continue on after that. There's no reason to keep it going after that. It's done. It's over. What does it matter at that point? So, tough situation. Really, really tough situation to be in. But we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen, because they've got to plan this out properly. They've got to make this work for the long term. And if Seth Rollins is not in the long-term plan, then okay. Okay. Move him on. That's a possibility. But he won't be moving on in the same iteration. Now, if they can't, there is a way that they can work a clean victory for Roman and a non-burial for Reigns. There is a way to make it happen. It's just not easy. It's just not easy. First, the match has to be spectacular. A Seth Rollins won't die type situation. That's what's going to need to happen. Like, Seth takes everything Roman has and then some. Maybe 3 or 4 spears to beat him. Maybe a spear through a table, a fist, whatever. It's going to take a lot. That's something you're going to have to do. And Seth will not die. And then you give him that big standing ovation after the match. He doesn't really acknowledge Roman Reigns, but he has a different demeanor. The Austin Bret Hart without the double turn. It doesn't have to be a double turn, but it needs to be, because Roman Reigns, they've already sold this whole I'm not a good guy, I'm not a bad guy thing. So they don't need a double turn, because I don't think it would work. I don't think it would work. People just, it is what it is with Roman. But Seth having all of that angst would be good. I think that could work. And I think there could be a possibility of that happening. A lot of people are talking about the return of Triple H. It could be very well coinciding with that, whether he returns at Money in the Bank or the night after on Raw. Very possible. Very possible. AJ, I love AJ says, Triple H coming for Seth Rollins on Money in the Bank, and Vince is coming for Roman backstage at Money in the Bank. Dead on, David. What do you think? I don't know about fucking Vince coming for Roman, but definitely Triple H coming after Seth Rollins makes a lot of sense, because this would go into that whole thought process of Seth becoming a face. And if that's the way they're going to go, then it'll work. Then you can have him lose to Roman Reigns, because that would work. He can lose clean, but having him go face would work. But it has to be done the right way. This match has to be good. So hopefully that's going to be the case. Who do you guys think is going to win this match? Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys on everything that you think about Money in the Bank. Go ahead and call in now on Skype, David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA, or use the number 702-751-2902. Love to hear from you guys. Tell me what you think. And if you don't have anything, I'm going to get up out of here. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm super tired. I'm super tired. I want to get some sleep. So love to hear from you guys, and I'll stay on as long as you guys have. Also, if you are looking for some awesome gear, you see the Copious shirt behind me. I got a lot more other stuff you can check out over at www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com. You can get all of the merchandise there. We got hoodies and cups and mugs and shirts and all kinds of good stuff. Go check it out. All designed just like this. These graphics, these wonderful graphics. Look how pretty and green they are. By Sal, the Copious Graphics Guru. So make sure you guys go check that out. Support the channel, man. It helps. Every little bit helps. And, supporting the channel through getting some shirts is great. Also, you can go ahead and donate directly to the channel if you are so inclined. Donate right in the description box below. You will see the link for the donation. Go ahead and we'll get a nice little message if you donate and all that good stuff. So I greatly appreciate that as well, because this costs me money and I don't monetize. So I appreciate the donations. Joseph Blunt asks, taking Skype calls. Yes, I just called for calls, motherfucker. Yes. Taking calls. Call in now on Skype. David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA, or use the number 702-751-2902. I'm telling you, got to hurry up. I'm getting antsy. I want to get the F out of here if you guys aren't calling. But regardless if you donate to the channel or if you buy shirts, at the very least, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're over 2,500 subs, kids. We made it today. And at the beginning of the show, if you're just joining us now, you didn't hear, thank you very much for getting us to 2,500. Your support means everything to me. I really mean that. I can't tell you how much it humbles the shit out of me to think that 2,500 people, now 2,506 is the new updated number. Thank you guys. It's still coming on. So, I don't have my Skype on. Okay. I didn't have my Skype. I was wondering why I wasn't getting calls. I'm sitting here like, where's the calls? What's going on? I turned my goddamn Skype off. I turned it off. That's bizarre. How did I do that? I took a call earlier? Shit. Anyway, well, it's back on. Let's go ahead and get some callers, shall we? 319, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
How are you?
I'm fan-friggin-tastic, man. How are you? What you got for me, man? It's your dime. Let's go. All right. Bye-bye. Fuck off. There you go. Jordan Turner, be better than the last guy. What you got? You're live with Dead on Dave.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. People can stop asking me how I'm doing. I'm fucking alive. Look at me breathe. I'm good. I'm alive. I'm better. I'm just as good as I was the last time somebody asked me how I'm doing. Tell me what you got. I'm begging you, Jordan.
My predictions. Can I talk about the main 3 matches on the card?
You could talk about one of the main 3 matches.
Okay. I want to talk about Roman versus Seth Rollins for the title.
Roman versus Seth freaking Rollins? Absolutely. Let's go.
Alrighty. I don't see WWE having Seth Rollins lose clean. I just can't see it happening. I think they're going to get a count out or something, or Triple H is going to come in. I can't see that.
I mean, I'm not sure what they're going to do in this. I mean, I feel the only way that they're going to go with a clean victory is if it's an absolute epic encounter where Seth looks like a god. And that's the only way that they're going to be able to do it where it's going to be acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't. You can't bury Seth Rollins like that when he just came in and just have him lose his first match back.
Well, had he had not gone uber heel, you'd be right. But unfortunately, they had him go right back to cartoon villainy. So really, he could. but we'll see what they decide to do.
Can I get your opinion on John Cena and AJ Styles?
Since you kept the first one so short, absolutely. Go ahead. What you got?
AJ Styles needs to win this match. He needs to win clean. And I see them having a series, but I see them getting drafted to SmackDown to continue their feud, leading up to Battleground and where Cena would win, and then they will get their final match on SummerSlam, where I see WWE bringing in another championship for them to have their last match be for the SmackDown title at SummerSlam. What do you think about that?
Look, I don't know if AJ needs to win this match. I think he should win this match, but I don't know if he needs to win the match. But I think you just hit something that I haven't even talked about during this show, and a lot of people are kind of not really considering and taking into account. Everything about this pay-per-view may not matter because we have the impending
draft
brand split. We got this brand split that's coming right down the pipe. It's almost here. And it's going to change every friggin' thing. So who knows what the rivalries are going to look like. They could, you really could end all the feuds at this pay-per-view, and it would make complete sense because everything's about to get shooken up anyway. In fact, that makes more sense than having the rivalries continue on and then they just happen to get drafted to the same brand. I hate that idea. So really, all bets might be off for Money in the Bank. And they're talking, look, with all the hype that they're putting on the greatest Money in the Bank pay-per-view of all time, there are guys that are close to returning. Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Neville. There are guys that are close to returning. I think this might be one of those shows where shit just get jammed into it, man. They might just, we're going to throw everything against the wall, see what sticks, and go with it until July 19th.
Yeah. I really want to talk to you about this women's tag team match that they're just throwing out there.
Okay, go ahead. Well, this is your last shit, man. Come on.
Okay. All right. I'm having a big issue with this. I don't know why they're just throwing these 4 women in a tag team match. That's not going to mean anything. Charlotte isn't the
no, we're not talking about the Divas. No, we're not talking about them. No. I'm not even acknowledging it. I'm gonna take another call. Thank you, Jordan Turner. Have a good night, buddy.
All right, man. You too. Have a good night, man.
Take it easy. 480. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Owens has to win that contract.
We got a jerk off session. We're gonna jerk off.
He has to win it, and you know it.
Here it comes. Well, here he comes, really. I mean, come on, right?
You really think Ambrose deserves it more than Owens?
It's not about deserve. You want to talk about deserve or earned? Yeah. I think Ambrose has paid way more dues in WWE than Kevin Owens has had. I'm sorry. Yeah. If you want to go that route, Kevin Owens loses. It's Dean Ambrose. He's been on the cusp for 2 fucking years. And he has been selling. He's been busting his ass. He's been losing to inanimate objects. Yes, Dean Ambrose absolutely has earned this win. But I think either one of them makes sense. Either one of them makes sense. I'm not saying who it should be. I'm going with Dean just because I can't see him going anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's my whole thing. Like even if he doesn't win the briefcase, I mean, can't you still do the triple threat at SummerSlam?
I don't think so. Not with the brand split coming. I mean, you're going to put all 3 Shield members on the same brand? I don't think so. Remember, people are talking about things at SummerSlam. The brand split's coming well before SummerSlam. We're a month away. We're 1 month away from the brand split. The brand split happens before the next pay-per-view. So, we got to stop. You really think they're going to put Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns on the same brand? No, this is the time to break them up and kind of go new formula,
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what I was thinking what they could do, it probably won't happen, but in the main event, Rollins and Reigns, there's like a double pin, and like they put Reigns on Raw and Rollins on SmackDown, and Rollins gets the World Heavyweight title, and Reigns keeps the WWE Championship on Raw.
Oh, that is the most generic. I hope they don't do that. That is something that a child's mind would come up with. I'm sorry, don't take that offensively, but Jesus Christ. Oh, what a cop-out. What an absolute... That makes WrestleMania fucking... The whole 2 years of Roman Reigns' build is absolutely a fucking dog shit. It means less than it already does if they do some generic-ass bullshit like that. Of all the ways that they could split up the title, that would be the way they do it? By a flash double pin at Money in the fucking Bank? I don't know. Do I like that? I don't know. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. What else you got for me? I'm going to get you out of here.
Well, the last thing I want to talk about is AJ and Cena. I think it's going to be a really good match, and honestly, I think we're going to have a repeat of Kevin Owens. I think AJ beats him clean. That's what I see
AJ might
happening.
beat him clean, but I certainly hope it doesn't go the rest of the Kevin Owens situation and then him lose the next two. That would suck.
That is exactly what I see happening, though, unfortunately.
I'll blow my brains out, I swear to God. Hey, I appreciate the call, man. You have yourself a good night. Thanks for calling in, buddy.
All right, I'll see you on Sunday.
Take it easy. There we go. Joseph Blunt, you can go ahead and call in. I saw you calling in. Make sure you get your call in here before I get the F up out of here. Oh, there he is. It's bubbly time, folks. It's Joseph Blunt. He's here. What you got for me, Mr. Yosef?
Bubbly, bubbly, bubbly.
Bubbly,
well,
bubbly.
Congratulations on 250 subs.
250?
2,500. Yeah, excuse me. 2,500, excuse me.
Holy God, you put me down. 250 subs. Yes, thank you. 2,500 subs. I appreciate that. You've been around for a long time through a good majority of all this subs. So thank you for all the support. You in particular, Joseph Blunt, because I love you to death. You take a lot of my shit. I make fun of you for being a limey. But I always love having you being here, so thank you very much. And bubbly to you.
It's a pleasure and a privilege. But I was.
That was very British of you. That was so British of you. I love that. It's a pleasure and a privilege. What a great guy.
I try.
What do you got for me, buddy?
The tag team match. I was just thinking about your saying that the club aren't really getting over as well.
It doesn't seem like the crowd really cares about them, good or bad, you know?
Do you think it's because they're kind of not portrayed as their own characters? They're sort of just more portrayed as the unit? As kind of
that
henchman type?
But that works in Japan, you know? I mean, that's what got them over in Japan, is they were such a unit. Individually, I don't know if Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows works individually, not in WWE at least, but as a unit, this is a great fucking unit. So
I think I agree, but I mean, I think they need to give them something beyond the, not even like separate them from the club or anything, just give them something to do, like in promos or something, or
that's a tough thing. You're talking like the New Day. I mean, the New Day was a great unit, but then over time we've now seen them have like Kofi Kingston. For the longest time, Kofi was just a background character of the New Day. Now, then he started incorporating the skip jump. Now they're making jokes about, being an old man. Big E has his weird hips thing. Fucking Xavier's got the trombone. Yeah, I agree with you, but I don't know if Gallows and Anderson can pull that off, man. I mean, I don't know. I really don't.
Nah. Do you mind if I just bring up a little thing about the women's match? I'm not going to go into it.
Why? Why do two people want to call in and talk about this fucking abortion?
It's not really about the match.
All right, go ahead.
Where is
I got you on a short leash here, though. I'm going to yank the fuck out of this chain.
Yeah, okay. Where is Paige? She has 2 clean victories over the champion.
It's a really
much more interesting opponent.
Where's Sasha Banks?
Where's Sasha Banks? But if they're not going to do Sasha now, at least do someone who has clean victories over the champion.
Agreed. Agreed. I mean,
But
Paige
no.
should but no, it's Dana. They've booked Paige so badly where she's a psychopath and like she's turned on everybody in the division. So there's like you can't have her be the heavy of Charlotte. It doesn't work because she's just gonna fuck her, you know. So
But I mean, at
they
least
just use Paige so badly. Go back to the anti-diva fucking thing that worked so well for her, and that, even though there is no more divas, but still, you know what I mean? An anti-whatever. She just needs
she
to
should be so
Paige.
easy to book. But like, I mean, the thing is, Paige can wrestle, unlike Dana.
She could fight. She could
Dana
fight.
fucking sucks.
You know,
can't put-
it's so weird. I don't like Dana Brooke. I have made my disdain for her very, very clear. But I don't know, man. There's something weird about her that continues to just. I think it's the same reason why WWE does. There's some reason there to give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't know why. I don't want to see her go completely away. I don't want to see her be cut or anything. I can't tell you. Maybe it's the breasts. Maybe it's those fucking ridiculous fake plastic, but
Yeah.
God,
The most
thank you,
obviously
boobies.
plastic breasts ever.
They
Yeah,
are
I've
ridiculous, sir.
I've seen fucking transgender people with better fake boobs than
Oh
them.
no, these are great fake boobs. I'm sorry, these are top of the
awful.
line. You could tell those things were like sculpted by God under the supervision of Michelangelo. You know, these things are great, and they're about as hard as marble as well. I mean, she could just
Probably.
start knocking people the fuck out with those boobs if she wants to.
Yeah, make it a finisher. But
Great.
no, just one more thing on the New Day.
Yeah.
I kind of what do they do after they drop the titles? Like after they lose their rematch. Where do you
Well,
think
you
they
know,
go?
everything
break
can be explained with and by the brand split. Do you split them up? Do you actually split the New Day up? I don't think so. But they could be in the title hunt. They can get the titles back to the next pay-per-view. They can reclaim them at SummerSlam. But it feels like you can't just keep having them win by the numbers game.
I
and
think they're getting
continue-
kind of stale as well.
It has gotten a little stale. I
think
feel like
Bootios-
we've had some bad moments, even in the promo stuff. It just feels like
I think-
it almost feels like it's run its course. Maybe it's
I
time
think
to get another
Bootios-
guy in there.
Bootios is kind of killed. I mean, I've never found that particularly
I
funny.
didn't
but no,
like.
I think
I've never been a big fan of Bootios either.
if you're gonna go for the whole brand split thing, I think you keep Kofi and Xavier together and have them continue as a tag team, and then have Big E kind of go for one of the titles. You know, one
Big
of the
E would
singles
have to kind
titles.
of be the guy that turns on the other two. It feels because if one of the three is going to work as a heel, it feels like an uber heel. It would be Big
Yeah.
E because he's the biggest, and it just
I
kind of
think-
makes sense.
I think they have confidence in him as a singles champion as well.
I think that this was the whole point of the New Day. Had the New Day not have caught on the way they did, I felt that the whole plan was to have this be the Nation of Domination, not in, execution, but with propelling one guy, and that one guy was going to be Big E.
Yeah.
Little did they
They-
fucking realize that Xavier Woods was going to come in and really be the biggest part of this team. I feel like
And
the
he
New Day
wrestles
does
the
not work
least.
without Xavier Woods.
And I don't know, I like Big. I mean, you're right. Xavier Woods was one of the guys who got the New Day majorly over as a heel faction.
With his weird
Major-
off-the-cuff remarks, he's
Yeah.
unbelievably fucking witty. I mean,
Oh, he is.
ridiculously witty. And,
He has good
and when he
comedic
gets a
timing.
chance, the motherfucker can wrestle, man.
Yeah.
He can go. Him and
Yeah.
AJ Styles on Thursday. If you watch that match and were not impressed, I don't know what to tell you, because it was good. It was really good.
Yeah. No, I mean, he managed to communicate with the Snarks, didn't
Yes.
he? And I think that's what got them super over, because he knows pop culture.
Oh
and
yeah,
nerd
I mean,
culture
and his let's
really-
face it, up down down helps a lot. It does.
Oh, it does. He'll never be let go as long as that's making.
Yeah.
No. Anyways, you can throw me over now. I think I'm done.
Hey, well, I appreciate the call, my friend, and good.
Yeah, no bother.
I always give you the most time because you always give me great calls. So I appreciate it,
Oh,
Joseph.
I like.
Have yourself
Thank
a
you
good
very
night
much.
and bubbly,
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 bubbly. Oh, all right. Thank you very much, Joseph Blunt. Hope you have yourself a very little good night, because David is tired. I want to go and take a sleepy pie. Yeah, I think I'm pretty tired, and it's time to go to bed. I think I'm going to go watch some old Let's Make a Deal with Monty Hall, and I'm going to go, yeah, that's really literally what I'm going to go watch. I'm tired, so let's make a deal, because why not? So thank you guys, man, for all the support. 2,500. Let's get the updated count, because it was 2,506 earlier. You guys can't see the actual count. The new count, the official up to the second count, is 2,506, 2,506 subscribers to Dead on Dave Productions. Thank you very much for all of that. Couldn't be happier. Thank you for the support. Thank you for coming out. Thanks for the likes, the subscribes, the shares. You guys are awesome. We don't go without you, so thank you. For the rest of the weekend, we got tomorrow night. Jeff Huffman and I will be here talking everything that's going on in the world of baseball, which I cannot wait for, because every time I get to talk about the Cubs, it makes me smile. Teet. So tomorrow night, Jeff the Huffman and myself, same time as every week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Touch 'em All, the weekly baseball show. We'll talk about everything going on in that world on dirt and grass, and it'll be good. So thank you guys for that. And of course, Sunday night Money in the Bank will be live right after Money in the Bank for your copious review. Big thank you to Sal, the copious graphics guru, for putting together these wonderful graphics. Thank you very much. I know he's unbelievably busy, so being able to still knock these out for me, thank you. Thank you. Other than that, I think we're good. We've checked all the blocks. We've dotted all the I's. We've crossed all the T's. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends, folks. We'll see you next time. Keep it copious. Peace.